There will be an increasing number of UFOs over the next 2 months. The traditions that tied families together are also in question. This restructuring is something that historically would take a very long time, but we are ready for this change to happen rather rapidly. Many people wear many masks. Some are too afraid to take off and see what is underneath. So massive geological shifts, a rise in the ocean waters. And with this rise comes new life, new experiences, and new opportunities. These next 3 months herald a significant shift in human consciousness. Many, many people are waking up. I would like to ask if any of these sacred pyramids have anything they would like to say. They would like to speak as a collective. We are here for the awakening of humanity. The dark chambers that lie within each of us offer a reflection for you to see yourself new and to remember yourself as old. Experience yourself as an awakened being. Hello, my name is Alunya. I am here in Egypt. You are finding me on the Giza Plateau with the Great Pyramid behind me. The 3 pyramids are directly behind me. I am bringing you the energy update for the next 3 months of this year. There is quite a bit coming through, and I just decided to tune in to see all 3 months. I asked my higher self if that would be helpful, and she said yes, because the next 3 months are going to really blend and overlap with each other. A lot of the same energy is going to be moving through all 3 months, and it's going to build on itself. So this was kind of an introduction and an overview of the next 3 months, and then I will go into more detail. As the months go on, I will continue to tune in and just see what energies are relevant and helpful for the actual month that we're in. So I have just completed a 19-day pilgrimage with a beautiful, beautiful group of beings here in Egypt. And that is part of the reason why this video is coming out later. And one of the things that we did on this journey, there was a lunar eclipse that started our journey and a solar eclipse that concluded our journey. So I filmed both of those meditations, and there was a massive activation that happened during those eclipses that included dragon energy. So dragons are able to come through during eclipses, and it's actually, my theory is that it's one of the reasons why for so long we've been told to stay away and stay indoors, not meditate during eclipses. People have been kind of afraid of that. And I actually think it's because of the amount of dragon energy that is available. And my guides have made it clear that that energy is going to increase and continue on the planet. And it's very, very helpful if we bring that in ourselves and if we start to acclimate our bodies and our beings to that energy. So both of those meditations are available on my website. And if you'd like to go check that out, it's at alunyanoel.com. And even though the eclipses are finished, we're still technically in the eclipse shadow right now, the solar eclipse shadow. But even though those are done, the activations are readily available. They are still potent. So please do go check it out. It was beautiful. Both of them were so beautiful. So I hope that you enjoy it and you get to see some beautiful parts of Egypt as well when in those videos. So I hope that you enjoy. I'm sending you all my love. I call in my Pleiadian sisters and the Akashic guides to please be present. Thank you. I would like to know the energies of the next 3 months that are in the highest good for the collective to know at this time. Okay. An increasing number of UFO sightings, as well as unidentifiable plasma in the sky, plasma phenomenon in the sky. There is an increase of energy on the planet, and sometimes this manifests as plasma that can be seen in the sky. It is not the same as northern lights, but it looks somewhat like that. It is a different experience altogether. Sometimes it is also the aftermath of a vortex or another, what is that? An event, two different particles or multiple chemicals coming, elements coming together that create plasma. It's beautiful. It looks like a nebula in the sky. And sometimes it's identified as a ship, but it is not. It is an ejection of plasma from certain phenomena, including some ships, but that is rare, they say. So there will be an increasing number of UFOs and phenomena that look like UFOs, that people identify as UFOs, over the next 2 months especially. This will be increasing because of preparation for what is coming to the planet in a few years from now. So there will be an increase to the population, the mass population of seeing different things and experiencing different supernatural phenomena, which has been talked about for some time this year. That will continue to increase. And these next 2 to 3 months, we'll see a large increase of that due to higher cosmic energies on the planet, as well as the stage that humanity is in. They have shown that they are more ready for what is coming. So they are going to increase. These experiences with supernatural phenomena will increase. A reevaluation of family bonds. The traditions that tie families together are also in question for the next 2 to 3 months. There is a shuffling and a reformation of what a family unit is, what makes a family, what brings people together, and what keeps people together. This is the primary focus. What is keeping you together? That is something that many people explore in their family, in their own minds and hearts, but it's an unconscious exploration. The next 2 to 3 months are going to make this exploration conscious. It's going to come out in the light, and that means that a lot of shifting, shuffling, rearranging is going to happen within families and within the family structure as a whole. This is true around the world. It's not just one culture, it's something that is shifting in the collective. Certain families are more prone to these changes. They are meant to be kind of the first that go ahead to show what these changes can mean, what they will look like, how they will affect their communities, their inner sphere, etc. So there are going to be numerous families around the world that are going to be experiencing a rearranging and a restructuring of the family unit. This is the beginning of family systems shifting on the planet, and it is the beginning of how the community will be set up to center around what family is. But first, the definition of family must be changed in order for a community to shift around that. Okay. They're telling me about, I was asking why that was happening. They are saying that at the start of next year especially, there will be more and more smaller communities that are popping up, like intentional communities and sustainable communities, other things like that, groups that gather for those reasons. And they are saying that that's going to start happening more and more, especially at the start of next year. There will be kind of a surge or a wave of an increase of those communities happening. And that is why right now, at the end of this year, we are seeing a shuffling. They are also saying that this restructuring is something that historically would take a very long time. But because of the energies that are incoming, continuously incoming, they say, and also that are just currently present here on the planet, and where the collective is, we are ready for this change to happen rather rapidly. It does mean that it could be a little bumpy or chaotic, because when you shift a foundation, there's always a little bit of destruction that happens. There's always a little bit of aftermath that needs to be cleaned up, but it is beneficial in general for everyone, and everyone will find their footing again, they say. So it is to be welcomed and embraced. And if you find yourself as one of those beings in a restructuring position, you are in a family that is finding itself again, then look to your heart always and ask what family means to it. And what does it mean to be part of the human family? This is a much bigger question that will be asked in the coming months, and it is far more important than asking about any blood relatives. Interesting. They're saying there is a shifting in the social structure as well that's connected to the family. And what they're saying is that the shift is going to happen with a falling away of masks. Many people wear many masks, and those masks must fall away so that transparency can be a regular part of our experience as humans, and to prevent the distortions that come from wearing masks. There are many people who believe themselves to be the mask that they wear, and they stop taking it off at nighttime or in the comfort of their own home. And so they start to believe that that is all that they are. This gets them very bound and chained, especially when they start putting masks on top of that mask, or they start making changes to the mask, but not to themselves. This causes distortions and disruptions in the social structure. And so these masks must fall away so that there are less disruptions, there is more honesty, there is more harmony between the collective. The masks can be painful to remove, though. Some have become so attached that it has, in fact, become an extension of them, and it is painful to take off. Some are too afraid to take off and see what is underneath because they have been wearing the mask for so long. Often, they would find the face of a child, one who has not yet aged or experienced much of the world because they have been wearing a mask for so long, and that is why they keep it on. They are afraid to see the world through their child eyes. Okay. So massive geological shifts. Looks like a lot of flooding. A lot of flooding, melting, they're saying. Melting and flooding. A rise in the ocean waters is incoming, they say. This is to what? They are saying something about it being a reflection of it's like an increase in awareness of the subconscious. There's something about that with ocean waters rising. There is a need to see the world differently. Humans are a bit dense, they say, and so in order for the world to change, some humans need to see the world changed. They have lost their visionary self. They forget how to tune in to their imagination to see a peaceful world. And so they must see the world changed before they can be different in the world. So there will be an increase in ocean waters, a rise of ocean waters over the next 3 to 6 months, they're saying, but it will begin soon. It is already beginning, they say. And they say, and with this rise comes new life, new experiences, and new opportunities. So it is something to look forward to, and to not be caught up in any mainstream narrative or story about the horrors of this change. Welcome it as you welcome new flowers in the spring. Welcome this change. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. They are showing me a very interesting image. It's like a person's head is opening on the top, and there's a lot of space inside, like things can come in. They are saying that these next 3 months herald a significant shift in human consciousness overall. Many, many people are waking up, and not in the sense that most people in the spiritual world believe to be awakening. They are simply opening their minds and their eyes to a different way of being. That is the first stage of awakening, they say, is simply to welcome any type of change in your small world, in your daily life. Many, many people around the world are changing their daily life. Their daily life will be changed from some of the energies that are incoming and some of the shifts that have already been mentioned. And that is going to continue to affect the collective because they are finally going to see themselves and see the world around them with new eyes. They will have a different way of understanding themselves and the world. This is the beginning of awakening on a far more widespread or collective level. Many have been waiting for this time, thinking that it would come with bright lights and a lot of flashes, but it is slow and steady, like the movement of Earth. And the movement of Earth is increasing, as is the energy. And so you can expect these shifts to happen faster than they would have historically. But it is still an earth-bound process. Therefore, it will move at the speed that it is meant to, in the highest alignment with this earth and with the collective as a whole. Change too quickly means that you miss the experience. Imagine driving in a very fast car. When you look out the window, it is a blur. But when you slow down, you can take in your surroundings. Then you know where you are. You can identify some of the plants and animals around you. You are much more oriented. You feel safer. You feel more a part of your world when you can see what is around you, rather than a massive door opening and closing so quickly that you do not know what has just happened. There is more to say about this collective shift, and it will come with time. I would like to ask if any of these sacred pyramids have anything they would like to say or share. They would like to speak as a collective. Okay, go ahead. We are here for the awakening of humanity. Our chambers have been changed, shifted, and altered too many times to say, but we still are here on behalf of humanity and Gaia to serve in this collective awakening, to offer a safe space to know yourself in again. The dark chambers that lie within each of us offer a reflection for you to see yourself new and to remember yourself as old. We bring both polarities. We offer light and dark. Wisdom can be found in both. We are awaiting more. We welcome you with open arms to experience yourself as us. experience yourself as an awakened being on this planet, ready to assist with the upliftment of humanity. My energy stays with me. Your energy stays with you. Thank you to this sacred land, to these great beings behind me. Thank you to these sweet flies for buzzing around me this whole time, reminding me how sensitive my face is to being tickled. Thank you for that. And thank you all for your energy. My many blessings to you. May you remember your magic today. Okay, great. I did it. I made the vortex. That's why all the dogs and birds are coming. So, let's go. Hi, birds. Thank you. Welcome to the vortex. Thank you for confirming.